The text came through just as I was rinsing the coffee mug. Girls trip for the weekend. Don't worry. Love you red heart hash. For a moment, everything felt ordinary. The kind of sweet message you'd expect from a wife before heading out with friends. But something about it snagged at me. Maybe it was the emoji. She never used that one. Not anymore. I stared at the screen, thumb hovering over the keyboard, and before I could stop myself, I typed. Tell Brian his wife said hi. I didn't even mean to hit send. My thumb slipped. Or maybe a part of me wanted to. The 3 dots popped up instantly. Then disappeared. Then came back. Then nothing. A cold ripple ran through me. I stood there in the quiet kitchen, the hum of the fridge suddenly deafening, and the faint drip of the faucet syncing with my heartbeat. 2 days earlier, I'd seen something. Something small. Insignificant. Almost. A receipt tucked inside her purse. A hotel booking in the next city over. 2 nights, 1 king bed. Name under Brian Cooper. Her co-worker. Married. I remember staring at it for a long time, my mind trying to explain it away. Maybe she booked it for him. Maybe it was a work event. Maybe. But that receipt lived rent-free in my head for 48 hours, scratching and whispering until it grew claws. By Friday morning, she was in a rush. I'll be back Sunday night, she said, zipping her suitcase. We're just doing a spa weekend. No work talk. No stress. Just girls. Sounds nice, I said, leaning against the doorway. My voice felt too calm. Like I was practicing a role. She kissed my cheek, her lips cold with mint lip balm. Don't burn the house down, okay? I smiled, but I couldn't shake the image of that receipt. When my message finally delivered silence instead of a reply, I sat down at the table and opened my laptop. I wasn't sure what I was looking for, but I found the hotel. Booked solid for the weekend. I called. Hi, this is Brian Cooper, I said, steady as a surgeon. I just wanted to confirm my reservation for tonight. Yes, Mr. Cooper, the receptionist replied. 2 nights, 1 king suite. We have you and Mrs. Cooper listed for check-in this afternoon. Mrs. Cooper. It was like a hand reached through the phone and crushed my chest. I drove. I don't even remember deciding to. The highway blurred past, grey and endless. My hands clenched the steering wheel until my knuckles whitened. I kept replaying every moment of the past few months, the late-night work calls, the sudden gym memberships, the extra perfume, the change in her laugh when she texted someone. I'd told myself I was paranoid. That she was stressed. That she needed space. But space had a name now. Brian. When I reached the hotel, I didn't get out right away. I sat in the parking lot and watched. Couples checked in, laughing, touching. My heart beat so loudly I could feel it in my ears. Then she appeared. Her hair in loose waves, sunglasses on, that same soft sweater she'd worn the night we first met. She looked radiant. Effortless. And beside her, Brian. His hand on her lower back. Casual, practiced, familiar. Something inside me cracked, clean and silent. I watched them check in, laughing like they were free from the world. Then I followed, keeping my distance. The receptionist smiled at them, handed over the key, and said, "Enjoy your stay, Mr. and Mrs. Cooper." I almost laughed. It sounded like a sick joke. I waited until they disappeared into the elevator before approaching the desk. "Excuse me," I said. "I think my wife forgot her phone charger. She's staying with Brian Cooper. Could I drop it off at their room?" The clerk hesitated, then gave me the room number. 317. I took the stairs. My pulse pounded in my throat, every step echoing in that narrow stairwell. By the time I reached their floor, I wasn't sure what I'd do. Knock. Confront. Scream. But when I reached the door, I heard laughter, hers, and a low murmur. Then the unmistakable sound of a kiss. I froze. My hand on the doorframe trembled. My body wanted to move, but my mind was cement. I didn't knock. I turned and walked away, every step heavier than the last. Down in the parking lot, I sat in the car again, staring at nothing. My phone buzzed. A new text from her. Hey babe, signal's bad here. Just got to the cabin. Miss you. I stared at it, at the audacity of it all, the lie so clean, so smooth. I typed back slowly. Hope you're having fun, Mrs. Cooper. Sent. She didn't reply. That night, I didn't go home. I drove until the sun started to rise, then pulled over by a gas station and watched the sky shift from black to bruised blue. I felt hollow, like someone had scooped out everything inside me and left the shell. The next morning, she texted again. Hey, everything okay? You're quiet. Quiet. I typed a single message. Check your email. Inside that email, I'd attached the hotel receipt, screenshots of her messages, and a photo I'd taken of her and Brian walking into the hotel. Then I blocked her. 2 days later, she showed up at the house. Tears, apologies, shaking hands. It was one mistake, she said. I didn't mean for it to happen. I looked at her, the woman I thought I knew, and felt nothing. No anger. No sadness. Just silence. Funny, I said. You booked that mistake weeks in advance. She reached for me, but I stepped back. I just want to talk, she whispered. Talk to Brian, I said quietly. You're good at that. Then I closed the door. It's been 6 months now. She still tries, sometimes. Emails. Messages. But I've learned something about silence. It's not empty. It's full of truth you can finally hear once the lies stop echoing. And every time my phone buzzes, I remember that first message. Girls' trip for the weekend, don't worry. And the reply that ended everything. Tell Brian his wife said hi.